A lot of men are like, yeah, this is clown world stuff that's happening around us right now. They're just staying home, relaxing, playing video games, working out at their home gyms if they have one, listening to music, getting out of bed, going, eating, sleeping, you know, living their best lives. That's it. Lay on the couch, fall asleep on the couch around midday, yawning. I'm telling you, it's a good life. A lot of people cannot understand why so many men are not working right now. 30 million men are not working. They are not actively working. What does that mean? It doesn't mean that all of these men don't do any work at all, but they are not doing regular conventional work. Some of these men are working part time. This means that they might do a little Uber, make some Uber deliveries here and there, do a little DoorDash, you know, supplement their income that way. Or they, have investments and they're collecting dividends. They have a good amount of money in the bank, so they're living off the savings. Some of these guys are on disability. A lot of these guys are on disability. Some of them live with family, are in property that was left to them, so they don't have to give a damn. They don't have to worry about rent. And their expenses are so low that they basically just don't have to work. I've heard from so many guys who have been unemployed for years, talking about years and years, and they're just chilling. I've heard from guys who only make $20,000 a year. And depending on where you live, you can live like a king. And on $20,000 a year, they have a nice apartment. Sometimes they only have $300 to $500 a month rent. Again, you can find that even in the US. And they have a giant television, 65-inch, 77-inch, and all their video games and gaming PC and all of that stuff. These are one-time purchases. And they are living comfortably. And they eat well. And they are happy. And this is the thing that women don't get about men. The average man is happy living. The average man can live happily in a shoebox at the side of the road. They don't need anything special. They don't need intervention. They don't need physical intimacy. If a guy wants some physical intimacy, a lot of men today won't even spend the money. They won't even risk their health because some dudes will just say, if I really need it like that, I'll go and buy it. Some other dudes say, you think that I would take my money? You think I would take my money and spend on them? There's a channel called Lawan. It's quickly becoming one of my favorite channels. And I featured this cheap man. There's a real cheap man. Frugal guy. Real frugal guy. This guy drinks tap water. Okay? One of his most recent videos was on the importance of dressing poor. There's some real bad. There's some of these, and you could just see the look inside of his eyes. You could see the look in his eyes, because once a lot of these men start this type of lifestyle, they can't escape this type of lifestyle. All right. I put out a video calling this man cheap. He responded saying, "Where's where the ladies?" Something like, "Where the ladies at? Where are they taking me?" Because he's not spending money on them. He is not spending money on them. Men are really in the soft guy era. Men are not playing around. Soft guy era is a real serious thing. Men walking away is a real serious thing. And women did this to themselves. They played stupid games and now they are winning stupid prizes. Because these men are having a field day walking away and chilling at home and relaxing. And then you have these women on social media crying their eyes out, getting furious, condemning men. And they can't understand why are the men walking away? Men don't want to have anything to do with you, sis. And these soft guy era men, they are sassy. These men are sassy as hell. A lot of dudes too, if they want a girl, If they want a decent woman and they don't want to worry so much about something about catching something, they'll go to another country because let's be realistic. There was a time where people were like very hesitant to go to a country like Africa, continent like Africa. Now there's a ton of different countries in Africa, and the American 304 has done so many bad things that women in Africa now have if you they look like an amazing catch over there. So some dudes will go to Africa happily. They will happily go to Africa and feel safer in Africa and more comfortable being intimate with the ladies in Africa any day than the women in America. And the ladies in the Philippines are legendary for their hygiene. Hell, even a bar girl in Thailand is better than this stuff. Men are not going to spend that money here anymore. They're not going to be in relationships with these people anymore. I've said this already. The women in Western society, they said they didn't like these men. They will no longer have access to these men. They're saying is mess around, find out, mess around, find out.
I had to cut my girl off because I just moved her into my place, and then she's telling me she wants to go 50-50. You were broke. I moved you into my place, and you're asking me to go 50-50. I don't tolerate disrespect. I don't pay bills. I'm in my soft guy era. What do you not understand? At this point, I think this bitch hates me. Oh, no, and there's more. Because she said, oh, let's have a little night out. Like, I want to treat my man. I said, okay, calm down. I'm in my soft guy era, right? This girl took me to Olive Garden. Bitch, who are you? Because you're not my girl. Olive Garden? What is Olive Garden? I literally, you know what I did? I left, I called an Uber, and I went back home because I am not tolerating disrespect. Because what it looks like to me, it's giving fucking broke. You have no fucking money. My last girl took me to STK. And you're out here trying to take me to Olive Garden. Bitch, go to hell.
Bro, oh my gosh. These men are really not screwing around. These men are not playing games, y'all. Y'all think this is comedy. Listen to me. I've showed you videos by LaJuan. All right? Showed you videos by this dude. This dude's this dude is over there in Japan drinking tap water. This man has money in his pocket. Don't let this YouTuber fool you. He has money in his pocket. All right? Walking around Japan looking poor, just above homeless, but he dresses just above homeless, but not well enough to draw attention to himself. And he showed us the clothing in his closet. It wasn't nothing special. This guy has a uniform now. Black t-shirt, pair of jeans. Okay? Black t-shirt, pair of jeans. He has dreads. Keeps the dreads clean. That's it. This guy is really not messing around in this life. And that's how I've said this about a lot of the millionaires. This is how they live, far below their means. And it's an addictive lifestyle. I want to warn you about guys like him. It doesn't matter how much money these types of men have. All right? There are billionaires who are doing this type of thing right now. Billionaires who are living like this. You think I'm joking around? I'm not joking around. Okay? They won't spend money. Listen to me. There's a movement right now called the Buy Nothing movement. Okay, where people are basically just using groups to fight. There's groups on Facebook and so forth, and they're just using these groups and apps. Their apps now to buy literally nothing. And that's what men are going to be out here doing, buying nothing or as little as they have to. Okay? And the average guy, like I said, doesn't need much to survive. A lot of y'all make it very clear in the comments, all right, that you're still playing Nintendo 64. Some of y'all are still playing Commodore. Some of y'all are still on Atari. Okay? This is a ridiculous world. Men don't need and then a whole bunch of y'all. Some of y'all are quiet, but then the rest of y'all don't care. Out here like, listen, man, I pirate my games. All right, I pirate all of my games. I'm not paying anything. All right, everything is free to me. Okay. This is society doesn't understand. When you disrespect men will walk away and they will just take what they need and live comfortably in the shadows. And women have disrespected men. Women have created a hostile society for men with things like M2 and disrespect and the courts and family court system and all of this stuff. So guess what? Men are gone. Men are paying. Men are not here anymore. Men are leaving. The simp economy is moving overseas. The Filipinos are fighting hard for the simp economy. I will say I saw a video by the Filipina P recently. And the Filipina P, she did something. I should make a video about this. I don't want to go after the P because I like her. I like the Filipina P, but what she did, she was spreading some propaganda. She started spreading some propaganda in the video, trying to like say like discussing Asian women, and it's like she was trying to like play all of the sides, and she was trying to make it sound like, if you're a man and you want an Asian woman, China's not the place for you. Japan is not the place for you. It's going to be really hard. They have some men. A lot of Japanese aren't going to like you. That's BS. That's total BS. Of course, there are people in different countries. Not everyone's going to like you, but men are having a lot of success in Japan. Black and white men are having lots of success in Japan. In Thailand, they are women in Thailand. They like white guys because they want to have their noses. They want to have their facial features. Okay, they want to have their skin cut. They want that skin color. I'm just being very honest with you. Okay, that's why so many men from overseas from Australia, marry women from Thailand, from Sweden, marry women from Thailand, to the point where the women in Sweden, I think it was Sweden, they're complaining because they don't want, because all of these men were bringing their Thai wives back to the country. Guys, listen to me. These women are trying to like push each other away. It's an American Idol right now. The Filipinos are bad. I'm not gonna blame. They're bad. They're really getting really, really dirty. They're like, listen, these other Asian women don't love you like we do. All right, they don't love you like we do. These women want these men. These women want these men. Look at Soraya. Look at Soraya trying to bring men to Germany. Look at this stuff. Look at this. These women are trying to take these men. These women all over the world, they want these men. And women in Western society, they will no longer have access to these men. These men are just chilling as Western society collapses. And if they want some love, they're going to go where they are appreciated. They're going to go where they are celebrated. Guys, if you're enjoying the content and you want even more of this content, consider checking out the Men Walking Away channel, where I release daily videos. There's a link to it in the description of the video. Go check it out. Subscribe to the channel. Enjoy the content. What do you guys think regarding all of this? Men are just chilling as society collapses. Let me know your thoughts, and we'll talk about it in the comments. Like the video if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you like the video, share the video. And just remember that all roads lead to MWA, Men Walking Away. And cheers.